Hello, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. A pleasure to be here bringing you the angel's perspective for the month of August. So, for those ones who are new, and welcome, we would like to explain a little bit what is this. The angel's perspective, it is a channel message where the angels and also beings of love and light will share with us what is the energy of each month, and they will also share with us some tools that we can use in our day to day so that we can navigate this energy more smoothly, so that we can surf it instead of being tumbling the whole thing. So, well, let's welcome and we will start. So today, for this month, a big theme will be trusting in our talents in this changing time. So the energy is going very, very quick. So everything is changing so fast, and sometimes it's very difficult to really see where we're going. We really can't see what is coming next. And perhaps many things have changed so fast that all of a sudden we feel like we're alone and we have no idea in which direction to go. Last month, we were talking about the trust, and perhaps everything that we had something secure that will bring us our security, either our job or family, or something that will bring us that security. We have to change it, or it has been moved out of our lives. So we were working on the trusting, and the trusting is within us, and trusting that everything will align for ourselves when we are aware of where are we going, and basically be in tune with ourselves. And so be in this channel, we can find the best, like any radio, we have to find a radio station, we have to find the right, uh, you will say the right station so that you can actually hear clearly. So the frequency has to be, the antenna has to be working good in order for us to hear clearly the radio station. So that's how it happens for us too. And so how do we do that? By monitoring our frequency. And that's going to be the key for us to maintain ourselves in a frequency where we will be able to see things with clarity. So when this changes, right now we have the energy of the new moon that we just had, and this, right, when we start a new month and we have new intentions, we have this energy of movement, and this energy is helping us to manifest what we want, combined with this energy of the Lion Gate portal, which enhances this energy for rapid change, but also for manifestation. So this energy will be good for the next 6 months. So they will say to me, be aware of what you really want. Be aware that you are putting your attention in the things that you want and not in the things that you don't want. They are very repetitive with that, and I believe they said that often in every broadcast and as well in lives with the angel messages, because it is important to know that we are such a powerful being, and we are not aware, we don't trust in our capability, we don't trust in our talents. So this is a time that more than ever we will have to rely in our intuition, in our own talents. In each one of us, we are here with everything that we need built in. So the main thing is to take the time to connect with that part, with going inwards rather than the outside. Okay, the outside will help us to identify where we can go, as everybody is acting as a mirror in our lives. So how do we trust, and how do we take the best decisions when things are changing so fast? So the energy will be changing so quick, so fast. In some cases, we felt like it was just a twister that went over, or a truck just hit us and we just came from nowhere. It is by being heart-centered and grounded. Okay, the best thing that we can do for us to take the best decisions is take decisions from the heart, and the only way that we can do that is being heart-centered and grounded. That way we can take decisions with integrity. We can take decisions that are in our highest good and highest good of all as well too. when we have to look after family, we are responsible for others. It is important that we are connected with us, because we tend to have this a sense of responsibility, especially if we have a family or people who are dependent on us, and we don't take the time to really connect with that part that will help us to trust in the talents and the things that we can do ourselves. It is very difficult to when we are in stress, to sit down and meditate. It is very difficult for us to do that. The best way, they always share this, it is important to know that when we are stressed, our body creates, there's physical reactions in our body, right? So we have adrenaline, and we have these things in our bodies are activated, and stress is actually a really good thing when we really need it, like in a situation of life or dead. Say you have a cougar, or you have a bear or something is about to attack you, or you have to survive, you need to run for your life, right? That's when we need that, because it will give us the energy to run super fast, to lift the car and pull someone from under a car. We need that. Once that situation happened, we will come back to our normal and we'll feel more relaxed, right? But our body doesn't know the difference whether something is really attacking us, is about to eat us, or it's just a pile of laundry that is right there. Our body will react the same way, creating the same things, the same adrenaline, the same situation in our body as if we were going to be eaten alive. So when we don't have that relief, this to say the cougar is gone, the bear is gone, or the accident has happened, the laundry pile is still there. We feel stressed, so it's constantly there. So we don't allow ourselves to relax. In a stress time, you're not going to tell a cougar to say, just one moment, I am a little bit stressed, and I need to sit down so I can decide which way I should run. It is just not possible. We have that instinct to just run, and you will run fast, so you will survive, right? So when we have the opportunity to see this big pile of laundry and say, hey, okay, this is when I have to relax, and I need to sit down and see, what do I need to know today that is in my highest good? And just taking that walk, taking a quick meditation, breathing fresh air, doing things that makes you feel good. And some people will say, well, if I have to think about my situation, my work situation, that's more important than for me to go for a walk in the forest. The importance to know is that when we take those decisions, will help us to stay heart-centered and grounded, and we will be able to raise our vibration and be able to see things more clearly. We will be able to see things with a different perspective, in a more positive way than if we do it when we are in a state of stress. Because when we are stressed, we tend to narrow our attention to the situation, to the problem, so we really can't see around anything else. So it would be important for us to see everything from a perspective like an eagle from above. So we get to see the whole map, the whole picture, only just one little thing. So they keep saying, it is important to take a break, go for a walk, take a deep breath, or do coloring, do things that makes you happy, or makes you feel excited. Okay, and it might be very difficult when we feel stressed or when we have this tension, but if you do that, follow your guidance. Perhaps you just need to sit down for a moment and have a glass of water, and that will be all you need for you to gain some clarity, to say, okay, now I can see things clearly. Or you take the time and you sit down for a moment and you get to meet someone, and that someone will give you the answer of what you're looking for. So that's why it's important to trust in those moments, and when we need to take a moment and stay back. So this energy of this month also will bring, also raise more these need to fight for our truth, fight for what we believe. So it is important to be aware of that what are the things that are making us react in certain ways? What is triggering for me to feel angry or excited or sad? And when we become aware about these emotions, when they are being triggered on us, who are they trigger those emotions? We will understand what are the places that we cannot be, or the things we need to change. And rather of fighting over with someone for putting your point of view across, for example, it is to understand, to say, okay, I understand why I feel this person makes me feel angry or makes me feel upset. And here's to understand that it has nothing to do with the person itself. It's just about us, okay, being able to recognize that that person's situation or place is serving as a tool for us to mirror us what is it that we need to change, or what we need to do, or what is the next action. Okay, if there is someone who is triggering, just to give an example, it will say jealousy, because they've been successful in something and you feel like that was your idea, or you should be already at that point and you haven't yet. Perhaps is to understand that you need to take the next step and perhaps do the phone call, or get out of your comfort zone and do something different, right? So it's helping you to see that what we need to do, what is the step that we need to do, rather than to fight anything, and just feel vulnerable to understand who you are. All of this is helping us to understand who we are and what is it that we came here to do. So these situations, trusting all these synchronicities, what we've been presented to it, because it will those things will help us to know more about ourselves and what is it that we want. And with more clear mind and clear heart, we will be able to embody our true selves, and we will be able to really take decisions with integrity, honoring that, even though there are some decisions that we might have to take and other people will not agree. But if we understand and we are confident and we stand by our true understanding self, and we know that it's something good for us, it is important to be rooted and be holding the space and honoring that and trusting the process. Okay, there's going to be a sense for us to really be rooted with our with integrity about and our honoring our desires and our emotions and feelings and our knowing our talent. So if we are presented with an opportunity to stand strong to say, this is who am I, and I know this feels good, it goes in alignment with my soul, because if everything feels right and it feels positive, when the angels or something is not good for us, we will not feel this good. When something is not necessarily in our highest good, or the guidance that we are receiving is more, say, our ego, will be like, we will feel the tendency to think that either we be better than someone else, or that we are limited, that we are not good enough, or we still need to work on things. So it is not like that. Our true guidance, our soul, the soul is calling now more than ever, very loud, and it just feels right, and it is very concise, precise in the message to say, do this, and you know what it feels like. You just know that feels right, and that's just it, and that's what you need to trust. Okay, so we move on a little bit too with this, because they also talk about, with this energy, with the vulnerability that we've been presented, and honoring, our talents and everything, is just to ignite that passion about things. What is it that brings out spark in you? Okay, we have this energy that will be helping us to find more about those passions that we have perhaps left behind for a long time, or it's been lingering in there for a while, or it's gonna just to kind of spark more. Pay attention to those little sparks, because those sparks will lead you to something amazing when we trust. Okay, those are the sparks of the soul when they're trying to talk. How do you know what is your spark, what is your passion? Just anything that makes you feel exciting. Okay, excited about things. And if there's things or decisions that you need to make among two things that you really like, go with the one that gives you a little bit more excitement. When you do that, will help you and lead you towards more and more closer to the place that you really want to go and want to be. It's just by taking an action, and by the one that gives you the most excitement, even if it's just a little tiny bit more than the other one, will help you to get there. Okay, so doing simple things like that will make our day a little bit easier. Sometimes they will say another thing that you can do is just really make the flipping coin. Okay, there's someone who actually shares this, and flipping the coin, you know, if you really have a hard time to make a decision, flipping the coin, you know, if it's tails, you know, you go with option B, and if you get the heads, you can get the option A, for example. And then when you flip the coin, and then when it lands the A, and you're like, oh, I wish it would have been the other one, then there you go. Or just go by, you know, what it gives you the most excitement. So this energy is bringing that, so more and more, all of a sudden you start feeling to doing things that perhaps you used to do as your hobbies. It's just pay attention to those little sparks, because those are the ones that will lead you to something magical. The energy of this month also will bring the energy of, we can see things clearly. Okay, there is things that are moving so fast, and we humans would like to see things a little bit more organized, and we like to see what is the next step. Okay, have the security, if whether we take this job or not, how much is going to pay me, and this and that. And although in some cases could be possible, right now is everything moving so fast, and it is moving. The energy, the world is moving to a new thing, whether we like it or not. That's true. The question is, and how do you, and that's what I say, how do you want to live this new era? Or what would you like to see in the world? If we are seeing things from the fear perspective, okay, we will manifest the things that we don't want. Are we doing it from our heart? What kind of a world do you want to see? You want to see a world with compassion, with love, where we can hold space for others, okay? And that's also the important thing, because the energy is moving so fast, and it's going to a completely different place, and it's things that we have never seen before. That's where we are going, and that's why it's important as creators, creator beings that we are, to really create the world that we want, and not the world that we don't want. By holding compassion and gratitude will help us to also be in that space, in that frequency, that will help us to see things and create things on that vibration, on that frequency of love and compassion. Holding space, there's many people who are just awakening to the fact and understanding that each one of us, we are here for different things, different experiences, but we all choose to be here at this time for this new era that changes, and we wanted to come here because it's an exciting time for the world, for humanity, for our souls to grow. So we have chosen to be here, and many ways we decided to come here to experience many things. Many will come to experience these changes as want to be, you know, a mom or a dad, or want to be the best accountant, and wants to be, you know, with difficult times right now, and become an entrepreneur, whichever way. But we all have a different purpose in here. We have chosen to come here to experience different things. So holding space for someone who does not necessarily has the same vision as that we have. For example, the morality that we put to things, what is wrong and what is right, that's, you know, a morality that we have humans put it into what we think or believe that is wrong or right, which is not be the same necessarily in different cultures or in different religions or in different traditions. So it is important to be aware when we put that morality into someone else, because that's when we create this duality that we are currently experiencing. So it is important to hold space, understanding that we all came from our own experiences, and the best thing that we can do is to help by being the lighthouse of someone, for someone in this big storm, because there's going to be lighthouses for us as well too. So if we are aware and we understand that, they say, welcome these new people who are awakening to the fact that we all come here as an individual having a human experience, and we are learning, and we all come for different reasons, but with the same purpose: to experience life, to be happy, and to help humanity and help Earth. So when we hold this net of the world, and we help to connect others and be the light for others, is the best way that we can do and help to navigate this ever-changing energy at this moment. And when we help others, someone will help us as well too, especially because there is a sense of lack of trust to the things that we used to trust before, that will help us to bring us that security. Okay, so it's important for us to know that holding and bring the love for others, allow the love to come and give some love, will be the best thing that we can do. But being gratitude, they say it will change the world, because the gratitude will raise the vibration to a level where everybody can actually be almost in the same frequency, and we can change, and we can see a completely different world. So we have to allow that energy of change and be open for changes and be open to new things, with a vision of what is it that we would like to see and experience, rather than what we don't like and what we wouldn't like to experience or see. So there is a sense of letting go to these the seeds that we have put out there, that they will grow, and just to move forward to a new way to do things, setting our sights higher. Whatever that we want to do in this world, nothing is impossible, especially right now. They said it only takes and requires 2% of the people, humanity, in the planet, to change the world's frequency. So if many of us, we are in the same frequency, we can do this frequency attunement. We can attune the whole world to the same frequency. What is the frequency that you want to experience? We can put harmony, we can put love, compassion. When many of us are into that space, by being kind, by being open, and being able to, I don't know, bring some light to someone, we start helping raising the vibration. When we do that, we would change the frequency of the world, and the world all of a sudden starts seeing things more clearly. Hopefully you are following me on this one right here. So what is the world that you would like to see? And put it out there. This is so contagious. Many people have asked, or they say, how can I even change the world? It's impossible to change the world by myself. And the truth is that we actually all do, by starting with ourselves, right? Understanding and being conscious that we can change anything that we don't like, and we can change our reality by taking ownership and accountability for the way we react to things. So that's why it's important to see what is or why something triggers something in us. So that's going to give us a clue to say, oh, okay, perhaps that's what I need to do. I need to change a little bit of that and modify it right over here. When we start changing those things ourselves, rather than waiting to the world change so that we can change, then we will be more in harmony. Okay, so because our life already would change way before the whole world changes. Our life will be like more in alignment with our soul. And so I also always say, well, one person could change the world. Whether someone is atheist that believes in religion, doesn't matter which religion. If there's a religion, a spirituality, it doesn't matter. Everybody knows Jesus, right? And that was one person. So everybody can make a big impact in this world. Anyone. We are so powerful, but we need to claim that power back, to say, okay, I can do what I need to do, what I would like to do. The most important thing here is always to make sure that it is in balance. It is in coherence. Whatever we think, feel, and say should match the three things. And as long as it's always for the highest good, and that will be the key part of everything, right? So This is the energy for this month. So trusting your talents in changing times. We are never ever alone. We have our group of angels, guides. Each one of us, we have a vast team in the other side, but as well as on this side, because they will put people, places, and situations for us to feel supported. So if you want to see which way to go, just go inwards and trust your gut feeling and trust in your talents. Trust in what is presented to you that I will lead you towards the way that towards the place that you want to go. There is some people sometimes say, well, I didn't want it to do that, but I was led to go there and I thought it was going to be a good idea, but it wasn't. Sometimes we have to go through that in order for us to see things clearly, and it will help us to move forward. Sometimes when we are in our down times, we say it in our dark side, in our dark time, in our downside, it is important. That's like our rich moments for us, because those are the ones that help us to go up and see the light. So it's understanding that the dark and the light, okay, it's not bad or good. It's something that, going back to the morality, what we said, what we think is wrong or right, or bad or good, it's simply to understand that we need both and for us to exist, actually. We are both. We have our dark side and we have our light side, and it's not to be only one or the other. It's to integrate both, and understanding that our shadow side will help us to move forward. And we need that. We need our ego. Our ego is our best friend. It's not our enemy. Like some people might sound it, or they say, oh, your ego is bad. You're just acting with your ego. The ego is helping us to move forward. It's important. It's an essential part. But when we combine as a team, we can create amazing things. Going through our dark side and understanding who we are and why some of those things are there, that will help us to go and grow. So I thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you here next month with Angel's Perspective, as well. Every middle of the month, 14, 15, depending on a weekend, we do a live channel where I do channel my guides, and they will extend this the subject, but they will also talk about other things as well. They will talk about the current events, galactic events, and more information that I don't know what they're going to talk about, but they are there. So if you want to join us, I will put information there as well. That's a private group that you will sign in via Zoom. And as well, we are live with messages from the angels in Spanish and English. So if you're popping in on a Thursday over on YouTube, Claudia Angelical Medium, or Facebook, Claudia Angelical Medium, you can ask for your card and you can receive your message from your angels. So if I'm speaking Spanish, I can always switch it to English. So join in and just ask for your card. As well as every first and third Monday, we do questions and answers with different themes, with different subjects, and like, what is an angel, for example? What is the difference in between an angel and a guide? And some of the questions that we all have a little bit about the other side. And so the angels and guides will help us to answer and give us that information. So with that, thank you all. Love and light to all of you, and we will see you soon. Bye for now.